you? Hi, my name is Shanny Stevens. I do beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content here on my channel, and I also have a background in makeup artistry. So if you're interested in any of that, definitely come back and watch more videos and subscribe before you leave. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this makeup look right here. It's very simple, to the point. Great for the summertime, being outside. This is my no foundation, no lashes makeup look. This is a look that I always go to when it comes to like going to work. If I want to be a little bit made up at work, I'll do this. Or if I'm going out and I need something quick and to the point but still like made up, still baddie, this is what I go to. This is great for the summertime. This is going to be not a lot of makeup at all because I don't have any liquid foundation on at all. I do have powder, but no liquid foundation, and then no lashes at all. So it's very comfortable. It's very beginner friendly, and I feel like everybody can do this look. I'm gonna stop rambling. If you guys are interested in how I did my makeup today, let's go ahead and get into this makeup look. I'm not sure what I'm calling it, but let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm going to start off with my brows using the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette. And you guys can see that I already did one brow off camera. But when I'm doing my brows, I really don't focus on them looking exactly the same. I literally just fill in my brow as a individual brow. And then once I'm done doing my brows, then I try to make them look similar. But honestly speaking, I just fill in my brows. I just fill in the smart spots. I go up to the front of my eyebrow and do the little 3 hair strokes that I like to do to make it look a little bit more natural. But majority of the time, I'm just really focusing on making my brows look a little bit more fuller. I don't change the shape really. I really just focus on the tail of my brow, the arch of my brow, filling in the sparse spots, and then I'll kind of exaggerate the hairs in the front of my brow because I really just like how that looks. So once I do all of that, I move on to the concealer, and this is not a full glam makeup look, so the concealer is going to be very, very close to my skin tone, and I'm going to be using the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear Concealer. It's pretty much an all-over concealer that you can use basically for anything in the color 550, but I do feel like I need it to be a little bit more on the orange side because sometimes I feel like it looks a little white, if that makes sense. I need it to pull more orange so that it's evening out my skin tone and correcting and not just concealing. But for right now, this is what I've been using, and I also got this brush from CVS. It came in a pack of 4 with a sponge and a blush brush. I don't remember the name of it. I'll try to find the exact brush set and link it down below for you all if you're interested in the brush that I'm using because it's really good. And I'm pretty sure I got it on sale because it was from CVS, but this is a really good brush. I'm just using it to pat the concealer out and blend it into the rest of my eyelids so that I can use this as an eyeshadow primer and go in with, you know, my typical or everyday eyeshadow look. I'm pretty much going to be using the eyeshadow in the place of a setting powder, so I'm just going to use the eyeshadow, and the way I'm going to put it on is going to act as a setting agent, if that makes sense. I really hope I'm not confusing y'all. So the way that I'm going to put the eyeshadow on is by pressing, just pressing, doing dabbing motions and going up into my crease with this burnt orange color from the Makeup by Mario palette. Love this palette down. It's very easy to travel with. It's very easy to throw in my bag if I'm going to work, things like that. It's a very convenient palette for me to be using right now. Okay, as you guys can see, I'm continuing to use patting motions, but as I get that eyeshadow on my eyelids in my crease and then I'm moving it upward into my crease, I'm going to start and, you know, use blending motions. The first layer of the eyeshadow, I did that because I don't want the concealer to move too much. Like I said, I'm just setting. So now I'm going to go ahead and go in with my mobile eyelid color. Now, my mobile eyelid color, I'm trying to make sure it stays as close to the concealer color as possible. I don't want to change the color too much. I don't want it to be too bright because this is a very natural eye look, so I'm not trying to change the color of the concealer at all whatsoever. I'm really just trying to match it perfectly to what the concealer is already doing and just set it down in place. So as you all saw, I took a peachy more orange color eyeshadow, and then I also took a more yellow tone eyeshadow. The peachy is going to keep my eyelids neutralized, and the more yellow neutral tone color is going to give me that brightness and keep it there all night, all day, whatever I'm doing. And the brush that I'm using is considered to be a blending brush, but it's also flat on both sides and it goes into a rounded head. That's from Sigma. Moving into deepening up my outer corner, I'm using a brush from Morphe. It's another blending brush, but it comes to a point and it's fluffy around the edges. Depending on your eye shape, this brush can be a little bit too fluffy, but I like to use it because it just helps me blend everything out quicker. And I'm using zigzag motions. Like the motion that you see me making, that's the motion that I'm using to blend the eyeshadow into my crease. So I start on the outer corner of my eye and blend upward into my eye socket. So I am literally playing off of what my eye shape is already doing, enhancing it and giving my eyes more of a sultry, smooth, blown out, smoky look. Moving into the eyeliner, this is the same eyeliner I've been using for years, the LA Girl Shockwave eyeliner in Blackout, I believe. I get it from Ulta. Sometimes they have it at Ulta, sometimes they don't. So you might have to order it online, but this is what I use. The eyeliner is literally the best. It's smooth, it's black, easy to use. You can resharpen it, things like that. Now moving into the application of me actually applying the eyeliner, I like to think of applying my eyeliner as a heel. And even though I'm not wearing lashes, I try to make my lashes look as thick as possible. So I like to start very thin or very thick on the outer corner, pull it inward, but as I pull it inward, it's getting very, very thin and it's getting very close to my lash line. You can practically say that I am tight lining the inner corner of my eye, and I'm very particular about how my eyeliner looks. I like it to be very thin towards the inner corner, but still black, and I like for it to be a little thicker and elongated towards the outer corner of my eye. As much as I don't play about my lashes, if you know me and you know my content, you know I don't play about the eyelashes. Apply the same to a natural makeup look. If I am wearing a natural makeup look, it's still going to be pristine. It's still going to be stunning. I'm going to skip some steps, but I'm filling in those steps with things that are going to make up for the lack of a full glam. You get what I'm saying? It really and truly is that serious. But moving on to the face. We're done with the eyes for right now. I'm going to come back and do my mascara after I'm done with my face. But moving on to the face. You already know that I don't play about the skin, okay? This primer from Danessa Myricks, she needs to win a award. Excuse the background. If y'all can hear that. Danessa Myricks needs to win an award in general, not just for this product that I'm using right now. This is the Yummy Skin Glowy Serum in Main Squeeze. She sent me 3 of them in PR. I'm obsessed with all of them. She also sent me another primer that I'm going to be using after this. Y'all, she's been having my face looking absolutely impeccable throughout the whole entire summer. What sweat? Yes, I do be sweating, but once I get done sweating, the face goes back to normal. Like, the makeup does not move, and I'm not just saying that. Her and her team are absolute geniuses for coming up with this concept, because this primer is moisturizing, but it also makes you glowy and it doesn't make you look greasy. You can also take it up under your under eyes and use it as a concealer primer. It moisturizes my skin like I don't know what else to say. And then it settles. So once this settles, I'm going to go in with the Blurring Skin Balm. And this product right here has had my face on lock the whole entire summer. It's oil controlling, it's sweat resistant, but you do still sweat. You do still sweat. It's still sweat resistant to the point where if you are sweating, your makeup is not melting off of your face. And I've been out till 4 a.m. in the morning. I can attest to my makeup still looking absolutely amazing. Y'all, Danessa, please come to the front right now. I have not been this obsessed with the product in so long. Not only can you use this to prime your face, prep it, and make sure you have some type of oil controlling property going on under your skin. Not under your skin, but under your makeup. You can also take it up under your eyes, and it will help with the creasing of your concealer. Like, how did she do that? Moving into this concealer from Lancome. This is the same concealer that I use to prime my eyelids in 550. Like I said, I do need another color because I feel like this is a little bit too on the yellow side. This brightens me, but it doesn't color correct. So like sometimes throughout the day I feel like my under eyes look washed out, but I'm using this concealer until I run out of it or until I order my Makeup Forever concealer that I normally use. But I was trying to use something different, but it's good for the time being. I do like the formula of this Tint Idol concealer. I just need a warmer color. Like I'll keep this color to brighten, but I need a warmer color to color correct. Y'all get what I'm saying. But yes, I'm using this to, you know, color correct and brighten up under my under eyes. And then I'm going to take my Makeup Forever concealer that I am literally running out of, which is why I was kind of smirking in the video, because it's gone. I am scraping the bottle at this point. I just need to order another one. I just don't understand why companies don't keep the colors in the store, because I like to buy stuff from in store. It's more convenient. But I digress. I'll order the concealer eventually to re-up, but I'm taking the same brush that I got from CVS or Walgreens that I used to pat the concealer out on my eyelids. I'm using that same brush and doing the same thing to my face. So I took the concealer under my eyes to brighten up my under eyes, and then I also took it around my mouth area because there's two lines coming from my mouth that are a little bit deeper, and I just don't like the discoloration, so I take concealer and cover it up. And then once I have had the chance to blend everything out from under my eyes and around my lips and spread it onto the rest of my face, I'm going to take the foundation brush and continue to blend the blend the concealer out onto the rest of my face so that I don't have a major line of demarcation. Now, once I feel like everything is blended out to perfection, there's no super harsh lines of demarcation where you can see where the concealer is stopping and starting, then that's when I will go in with a setting powder and set everything into place. Before then, I'm not doing anything but blending the foundation, not foundation, I keep saying foundation. I'm not doing anything but blending the concealer out onto the rest of my face because I don't want a harsh line as to where the concealer is stopping, if y'all get what I'm saying. So since I'm not wearing any foundation, it's going to be harder for me to blend the concealer out and make it look like I don't have a lot of concealer on. So I just keep blending until the edges are blended into the rest of my complexion. So now I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent honey powder and set my under eyes, and then I'm going to go set around my mouth area, and then I will go in with a pressed powder on the rest of my face to mend everything together. Now the pressed powder that I'm using is also from Laura Mercier. It's the Real Flawless Luminous Perfecting Talc Free Pressed Finishing Powder, and I have the deepest shade, which is translucent deep, and it looks absolutely amazing on my skin. It's a powder, but it looks very skin-like. It's not super matte because y'all see that it's not really changing the texture of my skin. It's just mending everything together, and that's what I really like about this powder. It just looks so good. Every time I do my makeup, I'm using this powder. I've had it probably since the summer started, and I have not put it down. Moving into bronzer, I like to bronze with a foundation. This is the pressed foundation from Juvia's Place, and I can't remember the color off the top of my head, so I will make sure I link everything down below for you all, or list everything down below for you all. And I'm just using a Jones Road brush to add that bronzer into my cheekbone area. Now, one of the things that I am still working on is around my mouth area. I feel like I can see the concealer right there, and that be irritating me. I just have to blend it a little bit more, or just not put concealer right there, or find a deeper concealer that blends into my skin tone a little bit better. But by the time I get done with doing my makeup, doing the blush and highlighter, all of the things, that's not going to be as pronounced. I just wanted to mention that because that is something that I always notice when I am doing my makeup. Depending on how much product I use, you just have to blend it out, girl. Just blend, okay? So if you see something on your face that you feel like you can see, everybody else can see it, okay? So just make sure you take your time and blend it out, because you don't have that foundation or that liquid foundation to blend everything out. So the concealer has nothing to blend into or link to. You have to think about doing your makeup as a puzzle. If you are taking out a specific step, you have to replace that puzzle with something else that is going to match and lock everything in. So in this case, I was using the pressed powder to mend everything together. Now, I know somebody is going to be like, oh, why can't I just put on concealer? You can. You can just put on concealer. But me, personally, I can always see where the concealer is stopping when you only put concealer on your face. So for this makeup look specifically, the pressed powder is acting as my liquid foundation, okay? Okay. And into the blush that I'm using is from Jones Road in the color The Best Blush. It's a very subtle, vibrant pink. It has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which, you know, helps it look more skin-like. Super blendable. It's in a compact case. It's very small. So if you do decide to purchase this blush, it is a small blush. But I don't ever really go through a blush. I don't think I've ever gone through a blush. So this size is perfect for me. Moving into my lip combo, I'm taking Dimensional Dark Brown. It's a deep neutral brown lip liner from Makeup Forever, and it is absolutely amazing. Y'all know my struggle with finding an actual lip liner because I always use a eyeliner as a lip liner, and Makeup Forever did their biggest one on this lip liner. It is a little bit too deep sometimes, but I would rather have this lip liner than a lip liner that pulls very red on me. So emphasis on the neutral. If you need a neutral undertoned lip liner, this is the one that you need. It's absolutely amazing, especially if you're a brown girly like me. Yeah, it's so good. For the lipstick, I'm taking Dare to Be Nude from Revlon. I got it from Walmart. It's a matte lipstick, but it pulls more so on the pink side, and it's not like a super matte drying lipstick. It still moves around a little bit, but the color stays. And then for the lip gloss, I'm taking Get Happy from NARS and placing that on top to make the lip combo be more pink. I'm just a pink girl, a neutral pink girl. It can't be too pink. But I am looking for a blush that's like a Barbie pink. So if y'all have a Barbie pink blush that y'all are obsessed with, let me know. Moving back to the eyes, I'm taking this mascara that I got from NARS. It's super buildable. In my opinion, it doesn't smudge a lot at all. I never really noticed the smudging. And then I also feel like it has a little bit of clump just so that it can volumize your lashes. But I don't mind a little bit of clump because I need a little bit of clump to make my lashes look thicker than what they really are. And then the liner that I put on also helps with my lashes looking thicker. So yes, on the days that I'm not wearing a lash, I am doing the most with the mascara. Thank you. Now, to make sure my makeup is lasting all throughout the summer days and summer nights, I'm taking the Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray in the travel size specifically because it's easy for me to take this on the go. If I'm doing my makeup for work, I can always take it and put it in my work bag. If I'm traveling, it's easy to put it in a carry-on or put it in my tote bag to travel with and do my makeup wherever I'm doing makeup at. It's just convenient. And then once I'm done with the setting spray, I go back in with a pressed powder, and then I go back in with my blush to just reinforce everything that was already going on my face. And that's pretty much it for this summer everyday makeup look that's gonna last you all day and night. All right, you guys, so I think that's going to wrap up my makeup look for today. I really like how it came out, and it just comes out good every single time. It lasts me all night, like if I'm doing outdoorsy events, depending on the temperature. If you sweat a lot, you just need to use more setting powder and fixing spray. Yeah, like a majority of the time it comes in an aerosol can. There's another one by Makeup Revolution that I really like. You need a fixing spray, or you can use the Urban Decay setting spray and you'll be good all summer long. Okay, you'll probably have to pat up here and there because I do still get oily, but my makeup stays put. Okay, so yeah, this is the makeup look. Oh, and I do feel like a good purple on the eye, or a good blue or green, but like the same layout of eyeshadow, darkening the outer corner. That would eat. Even like doing the same eye with like a purple on the bottom lash line, doing the same eye with a blue, doing the same eye with pink, doing the same, like endless options with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys have fun with it, and we're gonna be outside all summer 2025. So if you see me outside, say hey. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. I love y'all. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely subscribe. I'll put my face on the screen, so definitely give me a follow if you like this video. Yeah, that's it. That's all, and I will see y'all very, very soon.